You can't even sell it for 0.2 yuan per pound. 0.2 yuan per pound and you still can't sell it. I told you to cut the trees, stop messing around, but you didn't listen. We've all been wasting our time following you, and you can't even sell it. Do you understand? The once luxurious Sunshine Rose grape, once priced at 300 yuan per pound, has now become an unwanted commodity that no one even wants for free. What led to this decline? Let's take a closer look at how the farmers cultivating these Sunshine Rose grapes have been operating. What are they doing?
在座的各位不要吃葡萄啊！我提醒各位，我有一次我去了一个葡萄。
Everyone here, don't eat the grapes. I've warned you. Once I visited a vineyard. One of my students had a huge vineyard. He sent the money to my account, and I went to his business to do some research. I stayed there for 2 days, and I told him the only condition for us to cooperate was that he had to stop spraying so many pesticides on the grapes. He said, "Teacher, if we don't spray pesticides, there will be 2 problems. First, the grapes won't grow properly and will look bad. Second, they won't be sweet. And who would buy sour grapes? Who am I going to sell these grapes to from my thousands of acres?" Do you know how many times he sprays pesticides? 24 times. I asked him if he could spray one less time, and he said no, not even one less time. So every time you eat a grape, you're basically eating 24 rounds of pesticides. It's terrifying. I haven't eaten a single grape in the last 5 years. I can promise you, since that visit, I haven't eaten a single grape. In an attempt to produce larger, rounder grapes, farmers began applying chemicals from the moment the grapevine seedlings are planted. Throughout the growth process, they use a variety of pesticides, including plant growth regulators and enlargement agents. Additionally, many netizens have shared videos revealing the pesticide ingredients and their quantities, which include gibberellic acid and aminogibberellic acid, with pesticide colors ranging from white, red to purple.
你绝对想不到，我们每天下午茶点的满杯青提里面装的是什么东西。
You can't imagine what's really in the cup of green grapes we have for afternoon tea. Look, this is a bunch of grapes I left on August the 12th, and it's now August the 22nd, 10 days later, and they are still fresh and plump. What kind of grape is this to be this strong?
So what happens if you eat these grapes? That largely depends on luck.
你们这些卖葡萄的老板，注意一下。
Listen up, you grape sellers. If you're spraying pesticides, don't come sell it here. Look at what happened today. We bought these grapes, barely ate a few, and now everyone's collapsed here. The pesticides were too strong. Look at those still lying there, unable to move. The grapes you're selling are harmful. Who's still going to eat this? It's going straight in the trash. No one wants it. It's too harmful.
In a video, a family who consumed Chinese Sunshine Rose grapes suffered from nausea and discomfort. One person even collapsed on the bed. The vlogger noted that some members of the family ate only 1 or 2 grapes, and the pesticide use was so heavy that it had serious effects. This year, not only have the Sunshine grapes faced a downfall, but dragon fruits have also met a similarly tragic fate. The price for dragon fruit is 10 yuan for 50 pieces. End of day sale. 10 yuan for 50, 10 yuan for 50. Brightly colored dragon fruits are piled up in mounds along the roadside, with fruit vendors loudly advertising prices of 10 yuan for 50 fruits, which works out to about 0.3 yuan per pound. Once considered a luxury fruit in cities like Shanghai, the price of dragon fruit has now plummeted to a mere fraction of its former value, dropping to just 1% of its previous price. So how are these unwanted dragon fruits being grown? A video from a dragon fruit production base has surfaced, with a netizen claiming that the dragon fruits being sold in supermarkets today are often preserved with chemical solutions.
如何买到这种打药的火龙果？这还不简单吗？
How can you buy dragon fruit soaked in pesticide water? Isn't it simple? Just go to the supermarket downstairs, buy some, and when you bite into it, if it tastes like laundry powder or soap, you know you've bought the right one. These dragon fruits are managed cleanly. The pesticide's effect is so strong that nothing survives where it's being sprayed. Even ants, which love dragon fruit, die inside. These dragon fruits soak up sunlight during the day and lamplight at night, making them ripen faster. Normally, they can only produce 7 or 8 batches a year, but with this method, they can produce 12 or 13 batches. The yield is huge. Then they wash the fruits to preserve them, and they come out smelling like laundry detergent. You're still young, you can try it. I can't handle it anymore.
According to the video, naturally ripened dragon fruits tend to have slightly shriveled, dull skin and darker colors, while those soaked in preservatives look shiny and plump. The leaves are also green, so the ones which are natural are those that don't look as pretty. Netizens have also shared videos teaching how to distinguish between naturally ripened dragon fruits and those treated with chemicals. After being cut open, chemically treated fruits appear paler, with the flesh closely matching the color of the skin. In contrast, naturally ripened dragon fruits have dark purple to almost black flesh, which appears juicier. A fruit vendor who sells Hami melon shared his frustration, stating that despite selling 2 melons for just 10 yuan, no one wanted to buy them, leading him to throw them into the trash. Whenever I sell it cheap, you say my produce are bad. When I sell good produce, you complain I'm too expensive. So I've been serving the people for 2 days for free, but I'm done. I'm throwing all this stuff away. I don't want it anymore. The fruit vendor keeps shouting into the loudspeaker, Thailand's Durian, gold pillow variety, 38 yuan each, 100 yuan for 3. Let's see what they've done to the durians. In recent years, Thailand has exported a large quantity of durians to China and other regions. A netizen on Facebook inquired about the chemical solution used to preserve Thai durians, suspecting it might be a ripening agent. A Chinese state media account later debunked these claims, stating that the durians are only soaked in turmeric water, dismissing rumors as exaggerated or false. However, some netizens pointed out that if it's just turmeric water, which is harmless and non-corrosive, why do workers handling the durians all wear long-sleeve gloves? It seems that the solution is a preservative. People have expressed concerns about consuming these durians, fearing the long-term effects of these chemicals on their health. So are these durians edible? Why is the water blue and green? Because we just put the durians in and all the turmeric powder from the skin has soaked out. If you buy durian yourself, you can try it. If the water has no color, it means it's tree ripened. If it has color, it's only 70 or 80% ripe. Look at this durian soaked in turmeric powder. It shouldn't be cracked open like this, and it's expensive, about 200 yuan, roughly 68 yuan per pound. This vlogger opened up the durian, showing blackened flesh inside, making it inedible. One netizen pointed out that the issue with Thai durians is actually something they learned from the Chinese government. Durians sold within Thailand are guaranteed to have fresh, plump flesh because they are carefully selected from the moment they are harvested, ensuring quality control at every stage. However, exported durians are typically chosen when they are underripe or even poorly developed, with sparse flesh. The question remains, why does Chinese state media continue to defend Thai durians? The answer lies in China's political motives. The Chinese government imports Thai durians and other agricultural products as a form of political leverage, using these imports as bargaining chips to secure Thailand's support on certain issues. As a result, the quality of these durians becomes irrelevant, and the real losers in the situation are the Chinese consumers. Over time, these truths can no longer be hidden, and the demand for Thai durians in China will likely dwindle. In a video, a fruit farmer is seen dumping an entire truckload of oranges into a ravine. These fruits, treated with these artificial methods, are now so bad that even pigs won't eat them. Similarly, a farmer growing garlic shoots is shown throwing bundles of the crop into a ditch while angrily muttering, "I'll show you cheap, let me show you cheap." One netizen commented that it's hard to feel sympathy for these farmers, given their greedy, unscrupulous behavior. They should reflect on why their vegetables and fruits aren't selling, even at lower prices. The reason is simple. They look too perfect, as if they've been altered with artificial methods. The frightening part is that these farmers won't learn from their mistakes. Instead, they are likely to double down on their reliance on technological advancements, believing that only more technological progress can make up for their losses. Look at these chili peppers. They're all thrown away. No one wants them. Such good chili peppers, 30 pounds for 5 yuan, and still no one buys. If anyone needs them, come to me. I've got plenty, all 5 yuan per bag. At the fruit market, piles of fruit are stacked high, yet no customers are in sight. Apple prices have plummeted, with some going for as low as 0.7 yuan. Netizens have pointed out that no one is buying these apples anymore, as it's widely understood that the use of ripening agents is to blame. A video uploaded by a netizen shows just how advanced technology has become. Cucumber plants are being treated with chemicals as soon as they begin to flower. The question remains, what are they doing to these cucumbers? Can they even be eaten anymore? A fruit farmer shared his frustration, explaining that this year, vegetables and fruits are struggling to sell. Truckload after truckload of produce is being discarded. He lamented that growing these crops is not easy. Sweat and tears are shed, only to have the market treat them cruelly. Many farmers are now throwing their unsold products away in despair. The problem lies in the widespread use of pesticides on greenhouse vegetables and post-harvest chemical dips on fruits. As more and more fruit are treated this way, consumers have no other choice but to tighten their wallets, refusing to buy or eat such produce. One netizen commented, "Why are there so many cancer cases in China? It's because of this. People aren't avoiding the fruits because they don't want them, they're avoiding them because they're scared." After eating too much ripening agent, enlarging agent, and preservatives, how can anyone's body stay healthy? Fruits used to taste amazing without chemicals, but now they barely have any flavor. A netizen involved in agriculture shared that while China struggles with oversupply of many fruits, the country continues to import large quantities at high prices, leaving Chinese farmers to bear the loss. He reported that in the first 3 months of 2024, China imported 2.25 million tons of fruit and products, a year-on-year increase of 11.6%, worth $5.24 billion. Among the most glaring examples of market chaos is the contrast between Thai and Chinese domestic durians. In 2021, Thailand produced 1.29 million tons of durians, with 875,000 tons exported to China. This highlights the popularity of Thai durians in China. In contrast, domestic durians, despite being high quality, are largely ignored. Even wholesale markets often offer miserably low purchase prices for domestic durians, which, if unsold, are left to rot in the fields. Similar issues are found with other fruits. For example, imported red flesh jackfruit can sell for as much as 36 yuan per pound, with larger varieties costing even more, yet still in short supply. Meanwhile, China's locally grown yellow flesh jackfruit, which is equally good in quality and even better in taste, is sold for just 18 yuan per pound, almost half of the price, but remains largely unsold. Additionally, imported red flesh pineapples can be sold for as much as 580 yuan each, while Chinese domestically grown pineapples are sold at just 10 yuan for 3, offering great value yet remain unsold with purchase prices even lower. Such contradictions raise serious concerns. China possesses a unique natural environment that allows for the production of locally grown fruits with exceptional nutritional value and cost effectiveness. Why then are these domestic fruits being overshadowed by imported varieties? The article also acknowledges the problematic business practices of Chinese farmers, stating, "First, some farmers, in their pursuit of higher yields, have resorted to excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, and the negative publicity surrounding this has severely impacted consumer confidence in domestic fruits. Second, some farmers, seeking to meet market demands for certain colors and sizes, tend to harvest fruits before they are fully ripe, in order to achieve a better appearance, which significantly compromises taste. Third, Blindly following trends in planting certain popular varieties has led to overproduction and oversupply, resulting in large-scale unsold inventory and waste. The article concludes that improper market practices are the root cause of the domestic fruit sales crisis. Analysts point out that it is understandable for this netizen, representing the Chinese fruit industry, to make these comments. The impact of imported fruits on domestic products is indeed real, but the netizen fails to address two critical factors. The first factor is the problem within China's fruit industry itself. China, with its vast land and abundant resources, once had unparalleled advantages in fruit production. Varieties such as Yantai apples, Tianjin pears, Wuxi Nanhui peaches, 8424 watermelons, and Wuzhou sugar tangerines are considered some of the best in the world. Sadly, most of these exceptional varieties have now disappeared. The reasons are well known. Over the past decades, the Chinese government's emphasis on fertilizers, pesticides, and hormones has gradually led to the extinction of many high-quality varieties. For example, Wuxi and Nanhui peaches are now only produced in small quantities within designated areas, and these fruits are reserved exclusively for government elites. China has a saying, "Southern oranges turn bitter when moved to the north," meaning that fruits grown in specific regions can't thrive if transplanted elsewhere. Many of China's best fruit varieties can only grow in limited regions, where they reach their full flavor potential. However, in pursuit of higher yields, the government has blindly encouraged mass grafting and transplantation, disrupting the genetic integrity of fruits. This has caused the original varieties to mutate, and hybrid varieties have failed to thrive, resulting in the destruction of many excellent fruit types. Furthermore, decades of industrial pollution have contaminated water, land, and air with toxic substances. In this vicious cycle, Chinese fruits have been reduced to their current state, visually appealing but tasteless, and in some cases, even toxic and carcinogenic. The second factor is the Chinese government's use of imported fruits, like durians from Thailand and pineapples from Taiwan, as political tools. Elected governments, under pressure to consider the interests of local farmers, face considerable tension when dealing with China's commercial incentives. The Chinese government leverages its vast consumer market to coerce other governments, achieving hidden political objectives. Domestic consumers thus become pawns in this game, with fruit farmers being the real victims. The further influx of imported fruits exacerbates the struggles of local farmers, making it even more difficult for domestically grown fruits to compete. The third factor is the further decline in consumer spending, leading people to lose interest in even affordable fruits, pushing farmers into a dire situation. As China enters 2025, the economic outlook worsens, and many households are struggling just to afford basic necessities. For families burdened with mortgages and car loans, fruit consumption has become a luxury. In this context, chemically treated fruits are viewed with increasing suspicion and are avoided by consumers. The state of China's domestic fruits today, while influenced by multiple factors, ultimately boils down to actions taken by the Chinese people themselves. The root cause of this situation is the erosion of social and moral standards over decades under the Chinese Communist Party's rule. In the past, fruit farmers understood the concept of southern oranges turn bitter when moved to the north, and were aware of the dangers of pesticides and additives. They would never have used them, knowing that such actions would result in serious long-term consequences. Today, however, high-tech agricultural methods have backfired on farmers. But can they recognize this as retribution for their actions?